Now, given with the Public Safety Act and the UN's own reports say that this act needs to be reworked, it needs to be scraped because it's a draconian law, what international measures can be taken to guarantee that India abides by the international guidelines that are existing in order to protect civilians from unfair detention?
Well, you've mentioned the Universal Declaration. Of course, there are a number of other treaties that India has enacted. But as the other guest has said, they haven't enacted the additional protocols that allow individual petitions to be brought through the UN Human Rights Committee. Of course, you have the UN Special Procedures, which is a body that can review cases of arbitrary detention and forced disappearance, torture, and summary execution. But of course, if India wants to ignore them, they will. And as we've seen in the past, India has an appalling record as far as its adherence to international human rights standards is concerned. And it quite frequently ignores the legal rules that it claims to abide by, Kashmir being one of the most terrifying examples. So the difficulty is in terms of enforceability. Of course, India is not a member of the International Criminal Court, so there's no possibility of bringing a case in the International Criminal Court against India for its actions in Kashmir. But of course, there are ways in which, through the UN Human Rights Council, I would say the diplomatic pressure can be put on India. And what we're talking about is not a situation with a handful of isolated cases. We're talking about tens of thousands of individuals who have been arbitrarily and in many cases unlawfully detained without charge.